Have you ever felt like someone is against everything you do or say, just for the pleasure of attacking you? This feeling is more common than we think, and can be extremely exhausting. To illustrate, there is an interesting story about a firefly and a snake. The firefly, flying peacefully, was suddenly pursued by a snake. The firefly flew non-stop, trying to escape, until exhausted, it found itself cornered. With no way out, it asked the snake to answer 3 questions before being devoured. Curious and confident of its victory, the snake agreed. First, the firefly asked if it was part of the snake's usual diet, to which the snake replied, no. Then it asked if it had done any harm to the snake, and again the answer was no. Finally, the firefly asked why the snake wanted to capture it. The snake's answer was simple and revealing. Because I cannot stand to see you shine. This powerful metaphor shows us that often, those who attack us do so because they cannot bear our light, our unique shine. No matter what you do in life, there will always be people who will try to bring you down simply because they cannot stand to see you succeed. No matter what you do in life or how kind you are to others, there will always be people against you. We have all faced this type of person, whether it is an aggressive colleague, a jealous friend, or even someone from our own family. By adopting the practical philosophy of Stoicism, you learn to deal with those who envy your shine and prepare for inevitable conflicts. Stoicism is one of the most practical and profound philosophies, teaching us to focus our energy and strength on what we can control while accepting what is beyond our reach. If you do not learn to stand your ground in life, others will trample over you, including those who do not like you. Being resilient does not mean being passive and harboring resentment in silence, but maintaining a firm stance and control over your emotions, thinking before acting. Stoic philosophy teaches us to keep our minds focused on what truly matters, ignoring distractions and provocations that do not serve us. First, intentionally ignore. There is no show without an audience. Being ignored can be one of the worst feelings, so use it to your advantage. If possible, start intentionally ignoring those who declare themselves your enemies or those you dislike. This strategy, though simple, requires a lot of self-control because you consciously choose not to pay attention to provocations, malicious jokes, or actions of that person. Understand that the power of some people lies in causing emotional turmoil. When you begin to ignore them, you automatically strip them of that power, showing that they do not affect your emotions or decisions. Thus, their attempts to influence you become merely attempts. Instead of letting yourself be consumed by negative distractions or spending hours thinking about responses or revenge, you start to use that time and energy on things that truly matter. The practice of intentional ignoring is a continuous exercise of focus and discipline, which can transform the way you deal with stress and daily conflicts. Second, win using your head. Being smarter than your opponent is essential. Mahatma Gandhi led India to independence from British rule through peaceful protests, showing the world the power of non-violent resistance. He organized marches, strikes, and boycotts of British goods, weakening their control over the Indian economy. Gandhi demonstrated that by using intelligent strategies, great feats can be achieved without resorting to physical force. You can adopt this approach in your daily conflicts. Think macro, observe the whole situation, identify weaknesses, and use wisdom to win. Acting intelligently shows that you dominate the situation, becoming a true leader. Winning with your head is not just about being smarter, but about understanding human nature and using that understanding to your advantage. It is about carefully planning your moves and acting with purpose and clarity, avoiding unnecessary conflicts and seeking peaceful and effective solutions. Third, turn adversaries into teachers. One of the central ideas of Stoicism is to see obstacles as the way. Instead of viewing your enemies only with hostility, see them as opportunities for growth and learning. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Roman emperors, said, The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Use these challenges to strengthen your resilience, wisdom, and virtues. When someone treats you badly, reacting the same way only makes you like them. Train your patience, tolerance, and above all, keep calm. Thus, the obstacle becomes the way. When criticizing someone, think first about your own faults. This exercise brings humility and empathy, helping to recognize that our adversaries can teach us a lot about ourselves. By turning your enemies into teachers, you adopt a perspective of continuous growth, where each challenge is an opportunity to become a better and stronger version of yourself. Fourth, recognize that your enemy is not the cause of your suffering. The true reason for your suffering lies in how you judge and interpret each situation in your life. The actions of the other do not harm you by themselves. It is your reaction to them that determines how you feel. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, taught that it is not external events that disturb us, but our interpretations of these events. When something bad happens, how you handle it defines your emotional state. If you realize that the problem is not the other person, but how you react, you can change your response and develop greater resistance to provocations. Understand that by stopping blaming the external world and taking responsibility for your interpretations and emotional responses, you can transform your suffering into opportunities for personal growth. This brings a new understanding and a new way of dealing with life's challenges. This approach allows you to live with more serenity, understanding that the power to change is within you. Fifth, choose to be great. Forgiveness is an act of greatness. Trading resentment and desires for revenge for inner peace does not mean you need to live with those who have harmed you, but freeing yourself from negative feelings. Forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, but of strength and nobility. By forgiving, you show that you control your emotions and create your own destiny. Finally, recognizing and accepting the reality of what happened, without holding on to grudges, demonstrates emotional maturity. Stoic wisdom reminds us that forgiveness is superior to revenge, as it demonstrates kindness instead of savagery. Let us apply these teachings in our lives and choose forgiveness, wisdom, and self-control. By doing this, we become architects of our own happiness and guardians of inner peace. Remember that your value and strength come from within, and you are the only one who controls your emotions and reactions. Following these Stoic principles, you will be on the path to a more balanced and fulfilling life. Cultivating forgiveness is cultivating emotional freedom and true peace of mind. Sixth, control your reactions. It is essential to learn how to control how you react to provocations and adverse situations. Stoic philosophy teaches us that we have the power to choose our reactions. When someone tries to provoke you, you have the option to respond with calm and rationality, instead of allowing anger or resentment to take over. Controlling your reactions does not mean repressing your emotions, but choosing consciously how to express them in a healthy and productive manner. When you master this skill, you not only reduce the power others have over you, but also become an example of self-control and wisdom. Practicing self-awareness and reflection can help in this process, allowing you to respond thoughtfully and balanced, even in the most challenging situations. Seventh, practice empathy. Putting yourself in the other person's shoes can completely change the dynamics of a conflict. Empathy allows us to better understand the motivations and emotions of those who antagonize us, which can diffuse conflicts before they escalate. When you practice empathy, you may discover that many hostile actions from others are driven by fear, insecurity, or misunderstandings. Understanding this can shift your response from defensive to compassionate, creating a space for peaceful and constructive problem resolution. Empathy also strengthens your personal and professional relationships, helping to build a network of support and mutual understanding, essential for navigating life's challenges with more tranquility and wisdom. Eighth, focus on the present. Many of our internal and external conflicts are amplified when we are stuck in the past or worried about the future. Stoicism teaches us to live in the present, focusing on what we can control now. When you concentrate on the present moment, your actions and decisions become more effective and less influenced by anxieties and regrets. This not only reduces stress but also improves your ability to handle challenges as they arise. Practicing mindfulness can be a powerful tool to keep your focus on the present. By doing so, you become more resilient and capable of facing adversity with a clear and determined mind, leaving aside distractions that do not serve your well-being. Ninth, strive for personal excellence. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself, regardless of others' actions or opinions. When you strive for excellence in all areas of your life, your achievements speak for themselves and diminish the impact of criticism and hostility from others. Stoicism teaches us that true satisfaction comes from within, not from external approval. By concentrating on your growth and development, you automatically reduce the power that enemies have over you. Striving for personal excellence involves a constant commitment to learning, self-confidence, and integrity. When you live according to your values and goals, others' actions become less relevant, and you position yourself as an example of strength and virtue, inspiring others to follow your lead. Thank you for watching until the end. Leave your comment and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. Let's learn and grow together with the wisdom of the great Stoic philosophers. See you in the next video.